I'm John Collins along with Tom King. It is sun-drenched Thanksgiving, Tom. It's a little bit cold, but I think most people would agree ideal football weather for a Turkey Bowl.
Yeah, it's a perfect day, and it's a good thing this game wasn't played yesterday, John. We had a cold, driving rain and everything else, so it's just absolutely perfect weather, and a good day for all. I think it's going to be a good day for offenses. I think the ball is going to be moving up and down the field a lot.
How is it going to be moving up and down? Is it going to be by the air or on the ground?
I just think, it'll be a combination of both, as it always is, but I think that South, with their aerial attack, with Trevor Knight throwing the ball, is going to force North to have to do the same thing, because just to watch and see the big thing is watch and see who develops tempo, who sets the tempo. If South is allowed to set the tempo in this game, things are going to go fast and furious, and they're going to be moving up and down the field, and there's going to be a lot of points scored.
As you can see, the captains for both teams are at midfield to determine who will kick off and who will receive in this Turkey Bowl. North in the blue, dark blue uniforms at the bottom of your screen, and the Panthers of Nashua South taking the opposite stands today. It is always an exciting game. It is a postseason game for both teams in New Hampshire. The season is over. North season ended rather early as far as their playoff hopes. Of course, Tom, South defeated by Exeter in the semifinal. What's the mindset of the teams coming in?
Well, the one interesting thing is that we've got a lot of the timing between the two teams in terms of playing this game is the same.
Going to receive at the south end of the field.
It's the same time off. So,
good luck, everybody.
Because North played that game with Merrimack. The snowed out game, they played it again just around the same time, 2 days before South played their playoff game with Exeter. So when South lost to Exeter and North had already played Merrimack, that gave them both basically the same amount of time off.
Getting some great shots in this live broadcast, by the way. Thanksgiving morning, glad to bring it to you. Or else, if you're watching the rebroadcast on Nashua's ETV, we've got the A+ crew working this game. The handheld shots down on the field. Jim McLean on that camera, taking you right into the huddle. Let's see if we can listen in here. Well, we heard the end of it anyway. I want to give away the strategy anyway. If anybody's watching this live in the Twitterverse, John Collins with Tom King. That's Mike, Jim McLean's camera down on the field. Mike Janes is in the stands, parallel with us, even with us. And then up top, we have Tim O'Neill, also Lauren Barrage assisting in our broadcast today down on the field. And our executive producer manning the controls of this live telecast is Pete Johnson for Nashua ETV. The excitement building here, of course, as Tom wrote about leading into the game, a trouncing when these two teams met in the regular season like we've never seen in this rivalry, 47-0. The South Panthers defeated North on their way to the playoffs, and North is trying to prove that they belong on the same field with South as we kick off the 2011 Turkey Bowl. A low liner finds its way into the end zone, just barely. It is a touchback.
Interesting to see how North plays it. Taylor Miranda, Mark Levine are the two biggest offensive threats that this team has. And I did a game earlier in the year where North lost those two players right before the half against Manchester Central, and they were not able to do a thing in the second half. So that's how important those two players are for Nashua North. So we'll see how they perform today.
So in the shotgun immediately to begin the game is Taylor Miranda, the senior quarterback for Nashua North. He sees a blitz on the way in. He throws over it. It is completed to Corey Kutu. Kutu is nearly to a first down gain. It's about a 9-yard gain on the pass play. The first play from scrimmage in the 2011 Turkey Bowl. Successful. Taylor Miranda to Corey Kutu, the wide receiver, slanting in.
Well, a good short pass to get everybody going, and any kind of slant play in high school football is going to net you some yardage right off the bat.
Corey Kutu was introduced and did a little dance before this game. North team seemed to be having a lot of fun and staying loose to begin this. Very close to a first down with the forward progress. It is a first down. North moves the chains in just 2 plays, a first down for the Titans.
Eric Dion on the carry for North. And
great shot at Dion there,
he
number
was
23.
right next to Miranda in this whole offensive set.
Both bands being heard here, South and North. The battle of at Stellos Stadium. Shotgun, Miranda is going to hand it off. Dion, nothing on that carry. Great defensive line play by the Panthers. Tackles credited to Devon Merrick, Don Maffey. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Tough to run between the tackles for North.
Ball here on the near hash mark. There's Taylor Miranda. Dying in the backfield. A 3-step drop. He's going to throw a middle screen, and it does not connect.
You just said it, John, a middle screen, and middle screens are all about timing, and there wasn't any timing there.
Intended for Samson Horn, and it's 3rd and 10. Just underway in the 2011 Turkey Bowl as the teams.
Just underway early, too. They started this thing promptly at 10 o'clock. They didn't waste any time.
Some people are hungry here.
I guess so.
Bob Bates runs a tight ship, the public address announcer.
Yes, he does.
Shotgun to Miranda. 2-step drop, fires left and short.
Miranda was under pressure on that play. He had a few people in on him, mainly number 53 for Nashua South, and that's John Beeren. Beeren was right down on him, and Miranda lost his footing. So it's a tough, after that one play that started out, tough offensive set for Nashua North as they're going to have to punt. Again, John, the tempo that they want to set would be to ball control and run between the tackles, but they're not able to do that. That's not their style with the people that they have, and especially against South's defense.
It is a missed fire on the punt, but it gets down the field on a fortuitous series of bounces.
You're setting up South with some great field position to start their attack.
Connor Leary was back to receive that, but it never did get to him. It was a ground ball from the get-go, and it bounded its way to the 42-yard line of South. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Their first offensive series. That's a picture of a creature down there they have on the sideline. You see that? What is that, a cat or a dog they just put up? I don't know, maybe that's just the backing. Maybe that's just the backing of a poster, but I don't know if they do that. Yeah. It is a shotgun that South will begin the game with as Trevor Knight hands it up off the middle, a big hole for Derek Paradis.
Well, talking to Scott Knight early in the week, he wanted to have Derek Paradis, who missed a couple of games late in the year with illness and injury. He wanted him to have a big day, and that's one of the things they're probably gonna accent and give the ball to him a lot.
No huddle. Paradis gets a pitch. He's got a 1st down and more as he gets to about the 42-yard line of North. So in that couple of carries, they move the ball 16 yards and a 1st down.
And again, John, no huddle. That tempo is awfully tough for defenses to keep up with.
3-step drop. Knight firing down the left sideline. Beautiful spiral, but it was over everybody, intended for Connor Leary.
Well, see, sometimes I think when you know huddle, you think the defense is going to be winded, but the offense is going to get winded as well.
Right.
So it's awfully tough to throw a deep pattern in a no-huddle attack because the receiver is going to be a little tired, and he's not going to be set and not get that spring off the line of scrimmage that you would like him to have to run that kind of deep pattern.
Shannon Martin, the senior defensive back, nice coverage there, was out in front of Leary. And that might have been an overthrow or out-of-bounds throw by design by Knight, but because Leary was not really open. So it's 2nd and 10 in motion. Handoff is to Paradis. Jukes outside and pounds his way for a good 7 yards.
He is going to be. They are going to force feed him today. He is going to be a workhorse for the South team. There's no question in my mind. 6-yard gain. He's already got 22 yards on 3 carries.
3rd down and 3. One of the defenders for the Titans jump, but gets back on side as taking a long look over to the sideline.
Usually once they cross in high school football, they blow the whistle, so the refs missed that.
Possibly because Knight was looking away at the time. Option, pitch, Paradis breaks it outside. First down and to the 30-yard line.
What a nice tackle. Nice tackle, saving maybe a touchdown by Chris Lima from Nashua North. Because the option is a tough play if you don't practice against it.
Number 36 for the Titans, Chris Lima, with a saving defensive play to stop Paradis.
Turns a 6-yard, possible 36-yard gain was only a 6-yard gain because of that tackle.
But it is a first down for the Panthers. Whistle. And we have a call out that the center may have moved. Which is when we go and look at our offensive line sheet and finally say their names, unfortunately. You know, I throw them right under the bus.
I know, exactly. When they move, make the wrong move.
Right. They've been making some nice progress down the field, has this O-line. So let's save the names for the next play. Split wide to the left here. Near side is Leary. It is a running play. Paradis shakes off a few tackles and bulls his way for a good 6 or 7. Again, going up the middle with success are the Panthers. Gain of 11 after the penalty. It's still short of the first down, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
But boy, that tells you how he is running.
Yeah, big chunks of yardage.
39 yards on 5 carries.
The Titans received the opening kickoff. They got a first down on a couple of plays, including a nice pass play, but then they went 3 and out on the punt, and the Panthers have been driving since. Paradis is wrapped up in the backfield short of the first down, so a nice job of penetration by the Titans there.
Well, they had some time. You know, they took a little time before that snap. So North's defense had a little bit of time to adjust, holding Paradise to only a 2-yard gain and a 3rd and 2 play from the 22.
You could hear Trevor Knight barking out the play call as he hands it off to Paradis, and he has the first down, jumping over a few tacklers, shaking off another, bouncing off another, and he is down inside the 20 to about the 16.
Tough runner. I can see why Scott Knight likes him so much and liked him for this game. Got a 6-yard gain, and he's got 47 now and 7 carries already.
So they can get a first down at about the 6-yard line, ball at the 16, 1st and 10 for the Panthers, driving for what could be the first points of this game. Looking to pass left, it is overthrown, intercepted. What a great job of hands in the end zone by number 20 for the Titans, and that is Shannon Martin, who had a difficult catch to make, and he capitalizes on a mistake by Trevor Knight, overthrowing his receiver. Sliding to the ground as he caught it was Martin.
Well, John, you know, offenses always try to get a little cute. And I always say in high school football, when something's working, you stick with it. Paradise was working.
Paradis
and I just want to keep handing him the ball.
Yep.
So I hate to criticize the play call, but it was, you know, they had receivers in the area and the ball was underthrown. But at the same time, you got a runner who's really making strides. Just keep giving him the ball.
A huge shift in the game there.
Yeah, break for
early.
North. It postponed what I think is going to be the inevitable, Paradise getting into the end zone at some point.
Flushed out of the pocket, completes the pass on the run to VJ Bala. What a nice play by Miranda. I don't know if that was by design that he got out of the pocket early, but he completes the pass on the run. Nice fingertip grab. Going up to get it was Bala, the senior wide receiver. Postpones the inevitable. Listen to you.
Well, you see Paradise running. He's going to get in the end zone at some point, isn't he?
We're early in the 2011 Turkey Bowl, and we are still scoreless. Bobbles the shotgun snap, now puts it under his arm, and it's a good decision as he goes close to 10 yards. Taylor Miranda. And again, I'm not sure if that was by design on a quarterback keeper either, but huge gain, and it's 2nd and maybe a couple inches.
Boy, it can't be more than a couple of inches there.
They're going right by the yard stripe and to decide that it's a little bit short. Miranda with the shotgun. Hands it off. It is a first down with forward progress for Eric Dion.
Well, Dion is their runner of choice today, it seems. And Still, he's running just as hard, just not as much open space, but that's all they needed was a couple inches to get that first down.
Officially, it goes as a yard gain, but you're right, Tom. That's what they got was a couple inches, about 10 inches to be exact, and they get it past the 45-yard stripe, and a first down for the Titans, their third of the game. Miranda in the shotgun, has receivers 2 split left and right, but he hands it off to Dion, and he gets about 3 on the first down carry. The Titans trying to break new ground here, which would be into South territory. They got a first down in their first possession, but they had a punt at about their own 30-yard line, and here they're trying to cross midfield. Scoreless game. The Titans in the dark blue and the Panthers in the white and purple. Glad you could join us either live on Thanksgiving morning or the rebroadcast of Nashua ETV. 2-step drop. Miranda's going to sprint to his right, throw to his right, open and over the fingertips of number 34. That's Samson Horn, who was open, and it was just barely missed.
Just a little off his fingertip, just a little overthrown. But at the same point in time, if that had connected, there would have been, that's
pandemonium.
That's a big turnaround.
Yeah, it
the way South was marching in.
Yeah, there was interception in the end zone by Shannon Martin for North triggered this drive, and the game still scoreless. It could have been easily at least 3 points, maybe a touchdown for South that went by the boards on the turnover. North trying to keep the drive alive. Under pressure, throw completed, but he ran into his teammate and hit the dirt, and I believe that was that 27 or 37?
That was Horn, I think.
That was Samson Horn.
I think it was Samson Horn.
And so it went as a completion. They're going to go for it on 4th and a yard and a half here, but a player is down
they talk
for the
about
Titans.
it too.
Who is that is down on the field? That is Samson Horn, number 34. It looked like in traffic that Samson received the ball and then immediately ran into a teammate who was in the blocking scheme.
There were a lot of bodies in the middle of that field, in the middle screen. Middle screens are tougher because you don't have that space behind the line of scrimmage to set up your wall and move. Everything's jumbled in the middle of the field, so it's a tougher play to pull off. And it's always a high turnover risk, too.
Yeah.
They were able to get the reception, but the yards after the catch and the screen pass are what you really look for, and that wasn't going to happen as much as North would have liked. Horn is down.
So many variables that happens in a middle screen.
They're just kind of talking to him and seeing where it hurts, but he's sitting up and he's getting up. So he'll come off the field just a little shaken up, and he's walking off under his own power. So feeling is he'll probably be back in this football game.
Yeah, he's walking pretty briskly under his own power off the field.
He's walking more briskly than I was when I got up this morning. Let me put it that way.
John Collins with Tom King. We have the A-team today. Mike Janes is on camera, as is Tim O'Neill up here with us. And Jim McLean providing the handheld shots down on the field with assistance from Lauren Barrage, our executive producer Pete Johnson.
This after timeout is big, but I don't like the looks of this because A, they're back in the backfield, and B, they're very disorganized as Miranda is trying to bark out instructions and get people in the right spot.
Handoff, Levine may have the first down.
I'm surprised, John. I didn't think that play had a chance to make it.
It was rather slow developing.
It was slow developing and all helter-skelter, and look what happened. They get the first down.
Mark Levine picked the right hole, it looked like. So he was very selective when he went through the line, and he picked the right spot, and he got just enough for the first down. 1st and 10 for the Titans in Panther territory.
Well, I'll tell you what, this game's starting better for North than the last one did when they played South.
100%.
47, the game that you did, I wasn't here for it, the 47-0 game.
Levine again picking a nice hole as he picks up about 4 yards on first down.
See, that's what Dion did for Levine, gave South another look at a running back and gave Levine some time to get his wind going. And now South's got to watch out for 2 guys and not just 1 as he gets 5 yards on that carry.
Is that Andrew DeCarteret, the freshman that made the tackle? Number 20? That's got to be a thrill to be on the field for a Turkey Bowl as a freshman in the first quarter.
Yeah, it
you
does.
Got a lot
I know a couple people in other towns in Massachusetts whose parents who have their sons as freshmen that are suiting up today. They're very excited about it.
Driven back, nothing there for Levine that time. A lot of tacklers ganging up to meet him at the line of scrimmage, including DeCarteret with another great read, with help also from junior Devon Merrick.
Well, somehow, as the great spotting, ball spotting over the years from officials continues, somehow this line of scrimmage got moved from the 39 back to the 40. So that's 3rd and 6, and it's 2 down territory here for North.
Taylor Miranda awaiting the shotgun snap.
And I don't think he's going to be handing this. Oh, he's going to. No, he's not going to.
He fakes the handoff, drops and throws. It's complete to Levine, who is inside the 30 and thrown out of bounds. Terrific conversion on 3rd down by the Titans on a pass from Miranda to Levine.
Well, that's the beauty of the play action. It freezes the defense, and when the defense froze, Levine took advantage of that and came out of the backfield and is there for a nice 14-yard gain.
Mark Levine, the senior, 5'11", 180 pounds, whose name we've called a lot in hockey, Tom.
And that will be, they've already started practice, John. Can you believe it?
Wow.
It seems like just yesterday when the hockey season ended for us.
There's a nice hockey chill in the air today. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Actually, I had some ice outside my house today.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm looking forward to that hockey season and basketball. Handoff. Breaking it to the right side. Looked like it was designed to go up the middle, but taking it outside was Chris Anderson.
Well, I always like that. When a running back veers from the play when he sees no hole, I hate running backs who say, well, my blocker's there, I got to follow him. Well, if the wall is there and you're not going to get around it, cut to the outside, and that's what Anderson did. He made something out of nothing on that play.
2:40 to go in the first quarter. We are still scoreless in the 2011 Turkey Bowl here at Stellos Stadium in Nashua. A lot of predictions that South was going to repeat the dominant performance that they showed early in the regular season. They defeated North 47-0, but this game a much different story here early. Miranda scrambling, our first flag of the game.
Yeah,
Miranda,
probably a hold or a block in the back, and it's going to cost North yardage because the flag is down on the 27-yard line. It'll probably go back to the 37.
And nobody's broken the news to Taylor now. He just found out.
And ruined a nice run by Taylor Miranda.
You can see Taylor right there, the body language.
But I'll tell you what, when you lose 47-0 to a team and you're down by 30 or 40 points at halftime and you look up at the end of the first quarter, it's 2:17 left and you're still scoreless, the game is in your tempo and not the other team's, and that's what North has done today. The game is in their tempo. Thanks to their defensive play in the end zone.
Yes,
by Martin.
The biggest play of the game, Shannon Martin, the interception that took what seemed a sure touchdown away from South. They were driving on the ground with great success, and then they went to the air, and it was an overthrow that Martin slid to the ground and caught it behind his body. Nice catch to set them up with a touchback to trigger this drive, and North has kept it alive, mixing in some successful pass plays with the runs. Now let's see what they do on 2nd and 20. 21 to go, it says on the scoreboard. Miranda looking for somebody. He's sacked. Terrific defensive pressure there by number 41, Matthew Dietrich.
Yeah, one thing you've got to remember in high school football, the penalty is always going to be marked off from the spot of the foul, not the line of scrimmage.
That's how you get the odd number.
That's how you get the odd number, and then Miranda now losing 6 more yards on that play, and suddenly he's thinking they're down at the 15, and now they're all the way back at the 43. So that's a tough play for Nashua. Tough turn of events for Nashua North.
They might go back to that right side pass where they had Samson Horn open again.
Try Horn deep.
He's looking that way.
The coverage is there.
It is off the fingertips of Horn, who takes a bit of punishment.
I'll tell you.
For that high pass from Paradis.
If they had just faked inside to Horn.
And then thrown
to.
Looked
for Corey Kutu.
Kutu was open deep.
He was open deep.
He was.
There was a safety back there, and once the ball started to veer towards the middle of the field, the safety moved over. But if you can accomplish that with a fake and then get your man wide open, that's more power to you. But
it's easy from up here, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But North's going to have to give up the ball. But that may be there later on in the game.
There's the pooch punt. It looks like it's going to be a fair catch at the 19. So Connor Leary back to fair catch it. And it's 1st and 10 for the Panthers. So the two teams have played each other evenly here. And a couple of big moments for North where they could have thrown a bomb for a touchdown. Just overthrowing the receivers was Miranda.
The big negative thing there was the hold on that run by Miranda, because that basically took them out of field goal range. It took them out of scoring range altogether. They're down at the 15-yard line after Miranda had their one. Now,
that was a great scramble.
Fasten your seatbelts, because now South is going to try to move the ball very quickly.
All wrapped up in the backfield. Armand McCray, which I think was his first touch of the game, Tom.
That's surprising, because McCray had such a good game. He is a 1,000-yard rusher. He had a great game.
As you wrote, about 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, the last time they played.
Two long runs for a touchdown.
Pass reception and a kick return. So.
74 yards. So Armand
you
McCray.
did it. You called it, John.
Right.
You saw it. I didn't.
McCray.
He looked like he wanted to throw that football.
McCray's going to break it outside. Look out. Armand McCray, number 2, is coming through. He is to the 20. He cuts it back inside, and Armand McCray is going to get a touchdown.
That's a smart move by McCray to cut it back in. But there you go. Jason Roby's got to be saying, here we go again. You know?
Can you believe that brilliant run by McCray? Yes, we can, because we've seen it before.
An 81-yard run by Armand McCray. Told you, fasten your seatbelt. South was going to come back with a vengeance on that next series. And they have.
McCray is trotting over to the sidelines as his teammates go for the point after the touchdown. And it is through. 7-0, the Panthers lead it. Scoreless game, 81 yards to go. What are you going to do? You're going to give it to number 2, and he's going to go the distance.
Big play. Jason Roby said we've got to eliminate the big play. Well, not that time, unfortunately, for Nashua North, and it's 7-0. Armand McCray, 2 carries, 81 yards.
It's a pretty good average.
I know. You can do that, right?
I had some good touch football games back in the day. That's no touch football right there when Armand McCray gets the ball. Nobody can lay a hand on him. We'd like to thank you for watching today's Turkey Bowl telecast on Nashua TV. Nashua's educational TV channel offers non-commercial educational programming as a public service to the community. Kickoff now from the 40-yard line of the Nashua South Panthers. Chris Dennis will be doing the kicking off for South. Good boot, end over end, and it is into the end zone for another touchback. So the Titans will take it 1st and 10 at their own 20. That phrase that Tom mentioned, here we go again, you could see it's possibly in the minds of or it's in the body language of the Nashua Titans right now as they come off the field. They saw McCray take it to another level with that carry. If he cannot be stopped, then Titans don't have much of a chance or a hope of winning the game, but it is still only 7 points at this point, and Miranda with a chance to take his team down the field.
Feels like 27, doesn't it? When he runs like that?
Yes.
You know, I mean, what I loved about that run was he cut it back.
Miranda going Tim Tebow on South here.
You know, you love
trying to will his team to victory.
You love runners who don't follow the robotic, theory of follow this guy or stay in that path. You love runners who find the open space and are instinctive. And when McCray cut it across the middle of the field, you had to look, because if he kept going out of bounds, he would have been out of bounds at the 10-yard line. They were going to catch up to him.
Well, there was some of that similar physical poetry earlier in the run when he cut it to the outside. Yep. I think it was a play that was designed to go maybe between the guard and tackle spot. He cut it to the outside at one point, did a lot of his real estate down the sideline, then cut it back in. That is the end of the first quarter of play in the Turkey Bowl. We'll change sides, and it will be 2nd and 6 to go with the ball on the 24, except South will be facing the other way as the sun makes its way here to the left side of your screen over the Nashua River, and it is a beautiful Thanksgiving day. I want to give some thanks to Bob Bates, our public address announcer, who you can hear in the background, for providing us with rosters all season long, and also the officials' names, which he has written down for us. The referee in today's game is Bert Lawler. The umpire, Mark Liss. The side judge, Andre Arell. The back judge, Brian Williams. The linesman is Tim Begley. The line judge is Neil Vogler. Good chance to look at the coaches. Jason Roby for North and Scott Knight for South. You had a nice article on Mr. Roby.
Well, it wasn't about him. It was just about how he has to handle a lot of things that have happened with this program over the last 3 or 4 years. Emotional things. And that's, a head coach has got to absorb all that and set the example for everybody. And that's what I wanted to talk to him about.
North with the ball, trailing by a touchdown to begin the second quarter of the 2011 Turkey Bowl. Miranda's going to keep it, but he is drilled at the line of scrimmage, almost like they knew he was going to do that. Meeting him at the line, John Beeren said this door is closed. It's 3rd down and 6 for the Titans in their own end. Can they keep the drive alive, or will they be giving the ball right back to South and to their potent attack, including Armon McCray, who just won 81 yards for a brilliant touchdown run to give us the game's only score. Miranda has the play call from the sideline there from Roby in the shotgun. 2-step drop, rolls to his right, has an opening, but it closes quickly, and meeting him well shy of the line of the first down marker was number 8 for South, Connor Mon. And that was a helmet-to-helmet hit, and unfortunately, we have a player down.
Exactly, and those are going to be incidental because Miranda lowers his head.
Yeah, they both
did. The defender comes in, but he's up and he's walking around. I'll just see how dazed he is.
Oh.
I'll never forget.
That's tough.
I believe you and I must have done the game. I'm not sure. We probably didn't. It's a Saturday night game. Bishop Girton against Spalding, and Eric LaLiberty for Girton, the quarterback. This is going back 5 or 6 years. Gets up after a tough hit in the end zone, and gets up and then collapses right back down. That was a scary sight. So when you see those helmet-to-helmet hits, that's what you worry about.
And it's a total accident. You can see both players kind of at the last possible moment duck to the right and the left, and that's how they met. Connor Mon and Taylor Miranda. Miranda shaken up, goes to the sideline. It is a punting situation for North. Ball's going to be caught on a bounce by Leary, who eludes the first tackler, but then is driven to the turf at the 45. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Again, great field position. Mayor Donnelly Lozo here with her husband again and watching the game and in the stands, rooting for both teams. She told us many Thanksgivings. We're rooting for everybody to stay healthy and enjoy their Thanksgiving today. What do you give thanks for today, Tom? Twitter?
Oh, please. Don't get me started.
I gotta follow you.
Don't get me. It's
McCray. Somebody's got to follow McCray. He drops it. There's a fumble, and it's Titans ball. Armon McCray makes a mistake, drops the ball, or it was knocked out of his hands. It was kind of had his back to us. I'm not sure how it came loose, but the bottom line is the Titans get another huge turnover. They got a touchdown, an interception earlier to stop a touchdown drive for South, and now they knocked the ball out of McCray's hands.
Boy,
1st and 10.
You don't expect that with South. The turnover is keeping this game a little closer. But
Shotgun.
McCray, you're watching him run, and all of a sudden, I said, "Is that the ball that's coming
There's
out?"
a different quarterback in there, and it is batted away.
It showed. I think Miranda is still shaken up from that hit, John.
He's got to be. Jacob Castro just overthrew his receiver.
Yeah, because Castro comes in cold, but his arm is strong. And now Miranda, is that Miranda? No,
Dion limped off.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Not
Eric
good
Dion, one of their key guys on offense. He's got to get some attention on the sideline.
North's got a good future, though. Even though they've had a tough year, they have I think their JV and freshman teams are like combined 11-3 or something like that.
Jake Castro in the shotgun. Standing next to him is Mark Levine in the backfield. Receivers, two of them split left and right. Second down and long. The handoff is to Levine, trying to find a hole that isn't there.
Well, that's just it. When you lose your big gun, another big gun's got to step up, and Levine is going to have to be that guy.
Also, of course, you got to rely on your offensive line to open a hole. It was not there that time, and it's third and 10.
Yeah, maybe a yard. It's a generous yard at that. No, no gain.
Ball spotted exactly where they recovered the fumble from McCray.
Right at the 48-yard line.
Jacob Castro in the shotgun, the senior who came in after Miranda was injured on a head-to-head collision. Throwing it deep left, and it is intercepted.
Yeah, that's
going up to get it was Paradis, and coming down with it.
Going to be very tough for the backup quarterback to throw deep. They probably ought to start him out with some shorter routes to get his confidence going. And unfortunately, it's intercepted, and now South's got the ball right back, and you're going to see Armand McCray with it pretty soon, I would imagine.
So the net gain for North after recovering the fumble is 18 yards.
Basically it's about a minus 18
delayed the offensive attack by a few minutes. 9:36 to go in the half. South trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Trevor Knight has McCray in motion. He's going to hand it off to the fullback Paradis, who bowls ahead for 3 or 4.
Nice job of getting the ball to Paradis quickly and in his hands where he wouldn't drop it, because that was a low snap that Knight had to pick up. So it's a nice 4-yard gain for Paradis, who's got 51 yards. So much for Air South, because right now they've got 136 yards on the ground.
Wow. McCray in motion again. The play starts out like the last one and ends like the last one with a carry by Paradis. Not too much there on second down, though. The Titans with a wall-like defense in the middle.
Well, you run down the middle of the field. If I'm a football coach, that's the one thing I hate to see. I hate to see a team run the ball right at me in the middle of the field and have them gain a lot of yards and break for big yards. So that's always tough.
Defensive linemen including Lyle Durant, Joe Dudka in on the stop down there. Also Michael Lynch.
3rd and 4.
Up front for the Titans, trying to do the difficult, which is to stop number 2 right there, Armand McCray, from breaking another big one. He's going to pass. Knight's going to throw down the middle, overthrows his receiver.
I love that arm, don't you though? You still have to love the arm. He just flipped it.
Yeah.
And look how far the ball traveled. That's a pretty good arm.
It is a good arm.
I may try to make that pass. I'd be in the emergency room right now. Separated shoulder.
But I think Trevor Knight would be the first to say he wished he was a little more accurate with that arm on that pass. It is
eye in the sky. Our eye in the sky. Bill Thorpe tells us that Eric Dion limped in with the trainer in the locker room, so he's out of commission for a while, it looks like.
Punt goes straight up in the air from South. It's close to one of their own players who's going to down it at the 39. First and 10 for the Titans.
Who would have thought North at this point in the game, with 8:27 left to play in the first half, would have more passing yardage than South? Yeah, right.
I had my hand up.
You had to remember Armand McCray's big plays.
You know, what else are they going to do?
I read about it. I read what he did. You were there. I wasn't.
There. I read the recap, I should say.
Right.
So it is a strong first half by the Titans, and it would get even stronger if they went down the field and tied it up. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half, trailing by only 7-0 after losing that regular season game 47-0. The Titans are in this game. Ooh. Great job of running down the ball carrier, Paradis, the two-way player for Nashua South, all over the field on offense and defense.
He is a good player, isn't he?
Yep.
You know football players when you see him, he's definitely one.
He's just loving this right now, this stage. Dimitri Jackson tried to break it outside.
It was a new carrier for North that we hadn't seen before because Dion is in the locker room.
Could not get to the corner before Paradis met him and knocked him to the turf. 2nd and 9, they'll call it a yard gain. Ball in the far hash mark, and it's still Jacob Castro in the game. Levine is dropped for a loss. It's just like a sack.
Well,
about a 5-yard loss.
They are going to have to do something to loosen up that South defense. And unfortunately, with Miranda getting hurt and then Dion getting hurt, it's tough. Now you got tough to really get an attack going.
It is an obvious passing situation, but let's see if Jake Castro can find an open receiver. He steps up, he fires short, it's complete. Nice stiff arm, trying to bull his way to a first down, just short of it. Great effort by Samson Horn. It's going to be just shy of a first down decision.
But I like that play because it's a short pass, and that's what Castro needs to get for his confidence, is to complete a few of those short passes. I mean, they get an 11-yard gain out of it, and I'm sure that they'll take that, even though they're going to go for it here.
With 6:38 to go in the first half, the Titans going for it. At least
basically, it's a long one, maybe a short two.
Unless they snap it, they hand it off.
He's got to cut it to the outside.
Levine is going to
look at that
make
will.
his way.
Look at that will by Levine. He was not going to be brought down.
First down to midfield. Mark Levine, who was hit short of the first down, and then just moved the pile. Ball's at the 49 of South. 7-0, North trailing South.
What a great run. That's, McCray had that super long run, but that to me is the toughest run of the game right there. Because everybody knew Levine was going to get the ball.
He gets it back. Levine, spin move after he gets past the line of scrimmage.
Didn't have the burst of speed to get it to the outside. Boy, I saw the quarterback run here to the left. The field was empty now. It's empty after everybody knows Levine's got the ball. But, boy, I'd like to see him try that.
I'd like to see Tom Brady try that once in a while.
Yeah, I don't think you would, because you'd end up with
naked bootleg.
You'd end up with Brian with the backup as your quarterback.
I grew up with Steve Grogan doing that, and it's just too dangerous these days,
1976, he set a record that year.
Number 14.
We were talking about that
Patriots
yesterday in the press booth.
Levine falls forward just past the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
And it's going to be 3rd and 6.
A long 6 from the 46-yard line. That pass to Horn might work again if they try it. I would still keep the quarterback in a short yardage passing situation. Keep Brandon Martin, throwing the ball short.
Jay Castro was able to complete a pass.
Brandon Martin. Castro's number 9 for South.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brandon Martin.
So they keep it with Levine. I got to figure that Roby thinks this is 2-down territory. Roby and his assistant coach, his whole coaching staff, Dante Lorendi, is probably going to want to call a short pass here. But he'll probably want to go for it. He'll probably tell Roby, I want to go for it on 4th down. I have a play that works.
Well, apologies to Brandon Martin. I was calling him a senior. Jay Castro's a senior. Brandon Martin's a sophomore.
Oh, he looks very, he does not look physically as developed as the other players out there because he is a sophomore.
But he looks excited and determined. And he doesn't know that he's not supposed to execute an upset here. So let's see if we
got a penalty against Nashua North. That's going to change everything. It looks like it's going to be they got to signal the call. They did not. Looks like a 5-yard penalty.
It was a 5-yarder. It moves.
So it's back at the 49-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 11. So they let. Actually, it might have been a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So, the 5-yarder? Illegal formation. So dead ball foul. And North is going to have a 3rd and 11, which is not what you want to put your quarterback into who's not that experienced.
Brandon Martin and his team huddling with their coach, Jason Roby, on the north sideline. As you see right there, our A+ Nashua ETV camera crew, Mike Janes on camera even with us. We have Tim O'Neill upstairs atop the press box. Jim McLean with the handheld shots down on the field, taking you right into the huddle right now. Let's see if we can listen in.
Everybody good with that, protection-wise?
Hey, listen to me.
Hey, Martin,
This is on 9 interceptions. Okay, it's out of bounds.
go with it.
He's going to be there on the sideline. That's where you're throwing.
Hey,
Know where your splits are. Hey, where are your points?
I'm always a little afraid.
I'll tell you what.
I'm always a little
Yeah.
leery of this. You know, it's great to be able to have it. But, you know, I mean, if they're not paying attention, they could say something that they shouldn't say. You know?
There's no 5-second delay here,
I don't
Tommy?
think so. But it is good to have it.
There's no Ray Lewis in that.
But I
huddle
still
either.
couldn't figure out. Yeah, but I still couldn't figure out what the play call was when they were talking.
That
Uh-oh. That may
Brandon
freeze
Martin.
it. No.
Well,
Sometimes that freezes the defense, but unfortunately it didn't work that way for Martin that time.
Too much pressure in the pocket
Yep.
with Martin.
And he loses 9 yards.
Yeah, whatever the play call is, that was not.
And now North
As
is not
drawn
going to
up.
be in two-down territory. They're going to have to punt.
4th and 11 in their own side of the field. 4 minutes even to go in the first half. North is trailing 7-0, about to punt it away. And Moss is going to punt it from his block.
Oh!
He gets it right back, and he's going to be tackled at the 30. Ray Ramos was just shaking hands with North's number 99, Moss, and just Denzel.
And it's another
had no
9.
chance
It goes
to-
down as a 9-yard loss for
He-
poor Martin. His rushing stats are not going to look good.
Wow.
And South takes over in short field, which, as Jason Roby said, we
Yeah.
can't give them a short field.
Did you just say that they're going to charge that block punt?
That's going to be charged to
Lost
the rushing
yardage?
yards. Yes, it's going to be
And it
charged
goes to the quarterback?
It's going to go to the quarterback because he picked the ball up and started to run with it. If he had
What
run
kind of
40,
crazy stat
if he had
rule is that?
if he had run 40 yards, he would have been given 40 yards rushing the other way.
Well, it was. I heard it was Denzel Moss doing the punting, though.
Oh, it was Moss?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Martin.
Ray Ramos was in there so quick, it was almost like they could have
What
done
number
it.
is Moss?
Well, he's wearing 99.
Oh, there's what I saw the
Yeah.
9. So there we go.
But we have
Okay.
81 on our roster.
All right. Now we got 99 on the new one.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yeah,
Get
yep.
the new one. You got to get the new one out. Oh, there it is.
Keith, who carried
Thank
on
you,
that
Bob
play?
Bates. Knight hands it off. McCray trying to go up the middle, and he's got a tackler up top and a tackler down the bottom. That's one way to do it. Is double team him.
You've got
immediately
to
after
you've got
the
to put
handoff.
2 people on McCray because once he gets by man number 1, man number 2's got to come in and make the tackle.
You see that turkey hat? That was pretty good.
2 yards a pop for McCray. If I'm Jason Roby, I'll take that.
2.5 minutes. Clock becomes a factor here as the South Panthers try to
Well,
drive
North is
for a
trying to
score.
get an illegal procedure call. They're saying they're both in the backfield. I don't know who's talking about, McCray and Paradise. Either that or he's trying to tell his defense, you got to man up and get where they are. Now, Knight's going to run the ball here. He's going to keep it.
Knight has a first down as he spins out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you what that was all about. That's all about the respect for Paradise and McCray, who are over to that side.
Yeah.
And that gave the opening to Knight to go the opposite way. And he takes that real estate all the way down for a first down. A nice run by Trevor Knight.
And stops the clock in the process with 2:15 to go in the half. Shotgun Paradise handoff, and nice hit in the backfield. 44-56 for the Titans in on the tackle, including Michael Lynch and Chris Anderson. So a nice stop there for the moment. South is held on this drive. It's second down and just
11.
over 10 yards,
Yeah,
11
the
call it.
18-yard line.
Sprinting to his right with a blocker. Knight is turning the corner, and he is driven out of bounds at the 10.
Yeah, tough run by Trevor Knight, but again, the real estate was there because there was a lot of open space.
Now the clock's rolling.
You know what that does, John? That opens up the middle of the field.
Yeah.
You know, when you go wide like that.
Minute and a half left. McCray is split to the left along with Connor Leary. Now as they whistle, and it looks like a North timeout to talk.
Yeah, they've got to. They got to set their defense because now all of
strategy.
a sudden the defense has been stretched. There's no huddle, so there can't be any adjustment. That's what the no huddle does. You got to call when you're playing a no huddle team. You end up calling more timeouts on defense than you do on offense.
So the clock is stopped at 1:24 to go in the first half. South leading 7-0, driving for another score here. Well within field goal range for Chris Dennis, but they want the 6 points, of course. It's 3rd and 2 to get the first down, and it's 10 yards to get the touchdown.
Trips is trips. The problem is now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to run that same look, and he's going to stop, and he's going to throw into the end zone. So, hold on 1 second. You know, my force is
The sounds of the game.
Yes.
So he just thought
trips, obviously, for those who don't know, is when you line up 3 receivers to one side.
Now he thinks they might throw a pass in here.
Well, 3rd and 2 at the 9. It's 2 down territory.
You kind of, with all the runners they got, you got to kind of commit to the run.
Real estate's tough down in this end of the field. Now Paradise was running well before, but there you go, John. You get your wish.
Up the middle.
And you see how tough that real estate is.
Did he get the first down?
He's close.
He did. He got 3 yards.
Yep.
So it's 1st and goal from the 7.
92 yards for McCray on 6 carries.
That only took a couple of seconds off the clock.
Well, because of the
actually
no
the
huddle.
clock said only took 1 second off the clock. I think it was
now
longer than that.
Now look at the time. There's not 1:16 left in this half, is there?
I thought the clock was stopped at 1:24 after.
But this half is really moving on.
Yeah, a lot of running plays.
Boy.
Up the middle, Paradis inside the 5.
I was shocked. I hadn't looked at the clock in a while. I was stunned when I looked up and saw only 1:20 to go before halftime. 7-0.
Time goes by fast.
But 7-0 in these two teams put up points like they're going out of style.
Clock's rolling now with 45 seconds to go. It's
second
3rd
and goal
down.
from the 3.
Or 2nd down. McCray
McCray's
is in.
in.
Armand McCray with his 2nd touchdown of the game. 13-zip. It's South on top with the conversion to come. That was an up the middle, kind of a follow your blockers standard variety touchdown for McCray.
Well, here's the one for you. Armand McCray scores with 41 seconds left in the first quarter, and he scores with 40 seconds left in the second quarter.
You don't want to throw in the
That's
point one?
That's a pretty useless stat. Yeah, the point. Yeah. Well, actually, I'll be pretty precise. 41.4 before.
It's 14-0 South. Titans had their chances. They had a couple of long pass plays that had they connected, we'd have a very tight game right now. It's still within reach, not out of the realm of the impossible as we're about to play off the last 40 seconds of the first half here. The Titans have been unable to run a kick back because of Chris Dennis's strong leg. There have been a couple of touchbacks so far in this game when South has kicked off. North completes their special teams huddle. And Dennis will tee it up at the South 40-yard line. 2011 Turkey Bowl. (14-0) South leads it, about to kick off. Titans awaiting the run back, Dimitri Jackson and Mark Levine. The end-over-end kick is going to be fielded by Levine at about the 5. He finds a hole and a block, bounces off a tackler, keeps it going to the right side and takes it to about the 28-yard line of North.
If I'm North, I don't really want to mess around here. 30 seconds left in the half. I run it straight ahead or I take a knee. You've got a backup quarterback who's already thrown 1 interception. You don't want to give South another short field because they can score in 30 seconds.
Gets it back to the 30, actually. 1st and 10 for North, and let's see what they do decide. Brandon Martin back into quarterback. I have not been able to spot Taylor Miranda on the sideline since he was shaken up in the helmet-to-helmet hit earlier. And it is Kutu with the carry.
And a fumble.
Was it?
There's players up, and that's it.
That's huge.
Was that Dion on the carry?
Yes, it was. It was number 23, Dion, and 24 seconds remain in the game, the half for South to work with. Ball at the 31-yard line. So
see, that's why. Take a knee. Take a knee and go in.
Instead, it's field goal range for Dennis at this point. And now South will try to get some more yards, see what might happen with this final 24 seconds of the first half. McCray is split wide to the right. Knight looking left, throwing right. Oh, wide open, completed at the 9-yard line to number 9, Castro, whose name I called as a quarterback. He's a receiver, and he catches that one, and he's got it down inside the 10. Timeout South, trying to talk strategy here with 16.5 seconds remaining
Trevor
in
Knight's
the first half.
completion of the half, you know that?
You know, he showed off that arm there, Tom. He had looked left, and he looked right, saw the cutting receiver, the long slant there by Martin, and put it right on the number 9 to the 9-yard line, where it's first and goal for the Panthers. Tom's still shaking his head over the
I
decision
just say
not to
take a knee and go in, you know? I don't like those handoffs or anything. Just take a knee, let the clock tick down, and sacrifice the 30 seconds.
First guy they think, you're going to go cover 1. Cover 1. Back to the opposite side of the back.
You know, this is a 3-point territory already.
Yeah. Oh, easily. Dennis, I see him practice 40,
easily 3-point territory.
40 yards before the game starts. But they're looking for 6 right now, Tom. You know it's 16.5 seconds to go, and McCray in the backfield. They fake a handoff. They throw a cut in, and it is a touchdown. Well-designed play to number 4, Connor Leary, who was lurking out on the left side. You had McCray in the backfield kind of freeze the defense expecting a run, and they hit Leary slanting in, breaks a tackle, and busts on into the end zone. And with only half a minute left in the half, the fumble by North very costly, as instead of going into the locker room down 14-0.
Now they're down 21-0, and it's not a 20. It doesn't seem like a 21-0 game. You know?
No, it doesn't. They played better than that. 11 seconds left, and the Titans are going to see another kickoff from Chris Dennis. John Collins with Tom King. And our camera crew, Mike James, Tim O'Neill, Jim McLean, and Lauren Barrage with our executive producer, Pete Johnson, in the booth. We're live on Thanksgiving morning, and we have a great halftime coming up as we can see the Nashua South Band prepping to come onto the field. Full force in numbers. Percussion and brass and wood instruments are ready for entertaining the fans here at the Turkey Bowl 2011 at Stello's at halftime. Chris Dennis getting a lot of opportunities to kick here in the first half. 3 extra points and 4 kickoffs, and here comes another one. Chris Dennis. Low and to the left. It is knocked out of bounds. Mark Levine. Now it's time to take a knee. 8 seconds to go for the Titans inside their own 10. So in a half where they were really scratching tooth and nail to stay in this game with South and succeeding, the wheels fell off just a bit here in the waning moments of the first half for the Titans, who will try to regroup at halftime and get back into this game. They will begin the second half by kicking off to the Panthers.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's another hurdle they've got to get over when the second half begins. There's a handoff to Levine, who tries to find a hole and is tackled at the 10. So it is halftime now as the seconds tick off at Stellos Stadium in Nashua. Your score at halftime is Nashua High South 21 and Nashua High North nothing. As we watch the teams make their way off the field, most of Nashua ETV's local programming is now available on demand. You can check out previously televised games and more by following the Nashua Community Television live stream link at www.nashuanh.gov. Archive programs by month are listed below the live stream on Nashua ETV. This is a great new service for residents and family members who may be out of town to watch Nashua ETV programming on the road away from home. Home to both teams today at Stellos Stadium.
Quick
Nashua
first
High
half.
South and North.
Quick first half, but 30 or 40 seconds that for Jason Roby and North felt like an eternity, and for South felt like that. And 21 points, 14 points up on the board instantly. A close 7-0 game has turned into a 21-0 game, and now it changes the entire complexion of that second half.
We are going to be enjoying the musical tones of the Nashua High South Band as they take the field. And we will cede the baton to the band leader here shortly.
Halftime show is the last time some of these senior members will be playing at the Thanksgiving game. The band would like to dedicate this performance to all of them. So here they are, and seniors, step forward and give us a wave as I introduce you. We got Jacob Abrahamson, Jessica Austin Katsafikas, Allison Beauchesne, Marissa Busby, Brenna Connolly, Christina Cottrell, Katie Hall, Adam Harding, Devin Harvey, Angela Jakes, Jennifer Lowry, Jackie Malboff, Carrie Rose McLaughlin, Allison Mitchell, Itzel Mungia, James Sasson, Kelsey Sawers, Shannon Sawyer, Tejas Schroff, Stephanie Silver, Elizabeth Valeri, and Ruth Wendell. How about a big warm hand for the Nashua South Marching Band and Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nashua High School South Marching Band and the Color Guard. By the Nashua High School North Titans Marching Band and Color Guard. Now entering onto the field is the Nashua High School North Titans Marching Band and Color Guard under the direction of Kristen Olson. The assistant band director is Elizabeth Knoll. Visual design is by Carrie Swift. Drill instructors are Carrie and Kevin Swift. The percussion instructor is Mike DeTore, and Laura Babb is the choreographer. On the field, the Titans are directed by drum majors Tanner Givens and Joe Juknovich. The color guard captain is Jill Williams, and the young woman with the baton is Jessica Avalar. The Nashua North Marching Band and Color Guard presents its 2011 show, The Time Warp. Songs included in the show, Time Warp, Safety Dance, and a Thriller. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to recognize the senior members of the Nashua High School North Band and Color Guard. We would like to thank each of you, students, and your parents for your years of dedication to the Nashua North music programs. Our seniors are Dana Angelis, Jessica Avalar, Courtney Clausen, Haley Dion, Matt Downing, Nancy Freeman, Teresa Fuller, Tanner Givens, Joe Juknovich, and Jill Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand to the Nashua High School North Titan Marching Band and Color Guard. gentlemen, the Nashua High School North Titan Marching Band and Color Guard. Hey, folks, we neglected to include senior Katrina Fisher in the North Band list of seniors. So, Katrina Fisher, also a senior. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now find out who has won the all-expenses-paid trip of a lifetime for 2 to almost any major sporting event in the United States. Drawing the winning raffle ticket.
We're at halftime here at Stellos Stadium of the 2011 Turkey Bowl. It's 21-0. Nashua South is leading North, and we are pleased to be joined on Nashua ETV by Tom Aria, the athletic director of the Nashua school system. And Tom, this is a day where you are decidedly neutral, right?
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Every North-South is a neutral game for me. That's why we created the neutral end, I call it, the Nashua neutral end.
Oh, yeah.
We got the end with the split colors, Columbia in purple. So
Columbia blue and purple.
Yep.
And so we have a couple of minutes left to go in halftime. You were remarking on the how nice the weather is today. I mean, it is absolutely picturesque. You look over the Nashua River there. That's a postcard. It makes it so much easier to be a fan and be an AD, I'm sure.
You know, one of the things that you always worry about on Thanksgiving is the idea that it could snow, it could rain, and you know, the outcome like this, when you have a beautiful day, is the best case scenario. I mean, in 10 years of being an AD, 8 years of being an AD, this is actually the best Thanksgiving weather-wise I've seen. So it's a lot better than shoveling the snow off to get ready for a game. I can tell you that.
My childhood or high school rivalry, Boston Latin against Boston English. They play at BU a lot of times. I remember one Thanksgiving, I think the wind chill was below 0. I mean, it's possible that you can have a cold day like that.
Yep.
What's your high school rivalry?
Well, I was at Malden Catholic High School.
Yeah.
And we used to actually play Thanksgiving Eve. Was our Thanksgiving Day game, which I thought was tremendous, and you know, I even everywhere I go, I kind of suggest that, because Thanksgiving morning's a tough morning for a lot of people to come out. On the eve of Thanksgiving, you actually get, double or triple your crowd, because there's not many games on Thanksgiving Eve, and it was
here
always
you
a
are,
treat.
the athletic director of Nashua. You have Stellos Stadium. You have lights. Could you impose your will on that point? That would be pretty
I guess I could suggest it. I
groundbreaking.
don't know if that would be a favorable suggestion, but I could suggest it. But I tell you, it's a pretty enjoyable experience to do Thanksgiving Eve as well. You know, and that was our tradition at Malden Catholic. Actually, they played last night. They had Waltham last night in their new rivalry. So.
Well, that's an exciting idea. I mean, when you said that, my light bulb went off with you when you said big crowd. Yeah, I can imagine Wednesday night. A lot of people have a problem scrambling to their Thanksgiving commitment on Thursday. We do.
Yes.
We have to go someplace after this.
Exactly.
But I mean, I just I do love the tradition of getting up and going to a football game, especially on a day like this.
It's unique. It's something special, and like you said, you know, it's actually. There's not many of these games in New Hampshire. Am I correct to say that? Thanksgiving,
You're right.
There's not as many as there in Massachusetts. Almost every school plays on Thanksgiving, minus like maybe 5.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a good tradition to have here, and to do things, you know, to have this game be, you know, a tradition in the sense that they played BG since 1970 or somewhere around there. Is that correct? They played for about 30 years.
Tom would know
And
exactly.
then having this North-South game, you know, I think this is the 8th Turkey Bowl. It's just a great tradition. It is a great tradition.
The 21-0 score at halftime in favor of South. We're hoping the North can come back and make a game out of it. You want to throw some thank yous out to the game staff? You must have some
Sure.
help.
I mean, we're very fortunate here. I was saying that to you off the air. You know, we're very fortunate here that there's a lot of game staff. Where I've come from, in some of the small schools that I worked at, I was the staff. So it's difficult getting up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and kind of getting out there and setting everything up yourself. But we're fortunate here. You know, we got Coach Nate Mazeral, the South Boys basketball coach, is the game director today. Assistant athletic director Scott and Singer's on staff. All of our admin from both schools are here, which is great to have that support. Both Dave Ryan at North and Jen Susing at South, their staffs. TJ Hurley, Bill Sabowski, and the ticket people out front are tremendous. We actually had members of our freshman South volleyball team come and help collect money for the American Cancer Society today. Coach Ducharme and her girls. You know, so today, you know, not only about the tradition of playing the game, but also the thought that, you know, people want to be involved, and it's such a community event, and you know, we have so many here helping out, and that's a great thing.
Well, the turkey's going to taste very sweet today. It's a great event, and you're a part of it, Tom. Thank you for joining us at halftime.
No problem. Thank you.
Tom Aria.
Thank you for broadcasting. It means a lot to the community. Thank you.
It's a thrill. Athletic Director of Nashua Schools, Tom Aria, joining us. John Collins along with Tom King. Pleased to be bringing you the 2011 Turkey Bowl. It's all about winning that Leash's Trophy, the Ed Leash's Trophy at the end of the game. And right now, Tom, it looks like it's South's trophy to lose, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like somebody wrote on my notepad, too. Keith Gardner giving us some halftime stats. I'm close. I got him right on. We agree on the passing. First down. We agree on the total yards, 188. Yep. Keith and I are of one mind.
You guys are precise.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
So, in other words, those stats you just read, that shows.
He even put the quarter number for me on the notepad. What a guy.
He's neat.
Not bad.
I heard him counting in German over here, so I know he's clockwork.
He even puts the number quarter on the notepad for me.
Thank you, Keith.
Great job, Keith.
So,
and Taylor Miranda
yep,
with a hooded sweatshirt on at the
good.
meeting at the midfield, and that's not a good sign, and that means that he is not going to be back in this football game, which is a shame.
Yeah, the senior quarterback did not plan on not playing the entire 4 quarters. You can be sure about that. But he accidentally collided head-to-head, helmet-to-helmet with, I believe it was number 9. There's a kickoff, an onside kick, and North is going to get it back. How about that? You could almost say.
That's one thing where you say, okay, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Take that chance.
Well executed onside kick for the Titans, and they catch South off guard to begin the second half. Titans ball. So if they want to get back into a 21-0 deficit, a game where they're behind by 3 scores, that's a great way to start here in the second half. It is 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of South. Brandon Martin, the quarterback for the Titans, getting his feet wet in Turkey Bowl action as a sophomore here. He's going to hand it off to Levine, who backs away from one tackler but ends up getting tackled about 3 or 4 yards deep in the backfield for a loss on the play. So it's 2nd and, let's call it, 13. Ball spotted at the 49. North has mixed the pass and the run. But it's up to Martin to get on the same page with his receivers here. He goes to the air, he rolls to the right. Martin throws complete, the short pass. Samson Horn is past the original first down marker, and he has got a gain of maybe 5 or 6 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9.
Well, again, the short pass, and that's what I think works for Brandon Martin. Samson Horn, a reliable receiver today for Nashua North. He's been their best receiver.
Getting his play from the sideline was Martin. South showing blitz, and here they come. They pick it up. Complete, no, off the fingertips of the receiver.
I'll tell you what I liked about Martin on that play was his poise. He didn't bail because of the blitz. They were right in on him, and he held his ground and kept his composure, ducked the tackle, and threw the pass. It was a good pass that should have been caught.
Christian Filanow not able to hang on the intended receiver. So the Titans have gambled once here in the second half by opening up with an onside kick, which they recovered, but they will not gamble here on 4th down. It looks like they're going to punt, even though they're in.
We got a fumble, a blocked punt doing Nashua North in. Those are the 2 things that have really hurt them today.
Unless they're going to fake the punt here.
No.
It's booted straight up in the air. It's going to come down at about the 25
Let it
and
go.
bounce.
Yeah, nice hang time, and right there facing a decision was Lyle Durant when the ball bounced up in the air, whether to grab it or not. He said, no, I'm going to let it roll and get about 5 more yards out of it.
So it's spotted at the 15, 1st and 10 for South, their first offensive possession of the second half.
Now you got a 21-point lead. You want to open it up. You want to run it. I'd say they're probably going to run it with Paradise and McRae, keep the ball going, chugging, and see if they can get to midfield, then open up the offense a little bit in the playbook for sophomore quarterback Trevor Knight.
If you're a South fan, you are.
Who basically makes up for the fact that he's a sophomore by being the coach's son. He grown up literally with that offense and knows a lot more about it than a normal sophomore would.
The handoff is up the middle to Paradis, who backs his way for 4 or 5 on first down. If you're a Nashua South fan, you're probably visualizing at some point in the second half, before his career ends as a Nashua South football player, another 50-yard plus touchdown run by Armin McRae is a high probability.
Oh. No gain for Paradise as North did a good job of plugging that middle up. Now they get a breather as a couple of instructions by Trevor Knight with a shotgun snap.
Yeah, you see what the play cards were calling for here.
Well,
Paradis.
That play is designed for McRae going in motion to remove a linebacker from the equation. The problem, Paradise could not jump out through the hole off tackle. Managed about 3 yards on it, but not enough. And 4th and 1, South is going to go for it at the 24-yard line.
Wow. Bit of a gamble here.
Now somebody's going to call a timeout, and it's going to be South.
Did, yeah. They burned a timeout here early in the third quarter.
They're up 21-0. They can afford to burn some of those timeouts.
Clock ran another 3 seconds after that timeout. It says 9:13 now.
Well, we had all sorts of clock issues in the BG title game, remember?
Yeah,
and I don't think those were ever rectified, were they?
They started. The clock started jumping 5 seconds.
And the clock was not kept down on the field because that game ended when.
Wow. Well, you know what? I think they might have fixed it.
Did they fix? Yeah, but did
they added some, but not all of it.
Time. I don't think they added all of it. I don't think that.
We lost a minute of time in that game.
I don't think that entire time was ever rectified.
We have a timeout down on the field.
4th and 1 at the 24-yard line. Just punt the ball.
Leading 21-0?
Yeah, punt the ball. Come on.
Yeah. Somebody rethought that, Tom, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
What's the deal with going for it? Let's punt it. Can you get it? Yeah. But you know what? You know.
Chris Dennis is going to punt. He's standing at about his own 10.
Why open it up for a chase? You're pitching a shutout right now. Let your defense keep doing it.
Nice punt by Dennis. It's going to bounce and take a nice roll for South. Good net gain on that punt by Dennis down to the 25-yard line. He was standing on his 10 when he booted, actually close to the 15.
Norris paid a heavy price for winning that playoff game a year ago. You know that? 39-25 was the score. 89-14 points since. They had the 21 up. It's 110-14.
110-14. North has been outscored
since winning that playoff game against South a year ago.
In 2.5 games since.
Yep. That's a tough disparity.
It sure is. And they are faced with a half of play without their starting quarterback, and it's a direct snap to Levine, who is tackled as he tries to get outside and is unable to turn the corner. Great pursuit by the South defense.
Well, I've seen this play before, and I don't mean play by the football play. I mean play by a production. North, without Miranda, just not the same football team. Don't have the same play arsenal. Don't have the same weapons, the same big play potential.
And it looks like the Brandon Martin is not on the field right now, Tom.
Well, let's see who the quarterback is. Levine is going to be taking
Cooper
the shot.
Doucette. No, excuse me. No,
Levine is going to be taking the shotgun snap.
That's Levine taking.
Yep.
Sorry, I thought I saw 11. And Cooper's still on the roster, by the way, which is nice to see.
Nice to see that they keep him on there.
Yeah. Mark Levine with the carry. And
getting a yard, so that didn't.
Now they'll put the quarterback back out on the field. Brandon Martin, yeah. Couple of direct snaps. They're trying different things. You can't blame them. South's defense been very tough to crack.
I think the best thing they can try is Martin with the short passing game. keep that going.
Well, he's got 4 receivers out there, 2 split left and right. He's looking right. He throws it high. It's a wounded duck, and it's going to be picked off.
That's not what we call short passing. Bala with the interception.
VJ Bala comes down with it. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for South at about the 38-yard, actually the 44-yard line. I had my wrong line there. It's going to be a chance for South to really put a dagger in here, up by 3 scores. Terrific field position in North Territory.
Yep.
1st and 10.
That's not the short passing game we're talking about.
Right.
Martin just does not have that kind of arm and feel for the first unit offense to be able to make those kinds of throws and wait on a receiver to get free.
The handoff. Connor Mon is going to break up the left tackle area for a nice healthy 5 or 6 on 1st down. Gain of 5, we'll call it. Or gain of 4. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Number 8, Connor Mon, the senior, getting a carry.
Here's McCray. Let's see some.
McCray spins away
nice
from
run.
one tackler, and he gets a first
down.
down.
If he had cut to his left, he might have had more room, but he stayed with the play.
And the chains move.
Got a 13-yard run out of it.
1st and 10 at the 33. Mon comes out, and Patrick Goff comes in.
7-yard run.
Goff, a backup quarterback, doing some receiving here, number 5, near side slot.
You may see Goff at quarterback at some point in this football game. That is a pass. Forward pass by Martin. I mean, not by Martin, by Knight to McCray.
McCray with the reception and gets it ahead to another 1st down for South.
Down to the 18-yard line, a nice 15-yard gain.
So a sprint pass that time by Trevor Knight.
I think it was a quick decision by Knight. I think he wanted to run the ball, and then he saw McCray open, and he said, well, might as well give it to the guy who can run faster than I can probably. Not that time. He decides not to give it to McCray, and he runs it up the middle.
And he runs into a rugby scrum of Titans and gets a healthy 1st down gain, though, so with forward progress, I think, anyway. See what they give him. It is at the 15.
That's a healthy run of 3 yards for.
Yep, and they're driving for another score here, and doesn't seem like the Titans have the defense to stop all of these weapons that are clicking now for South. Trevor Knight, the quarterback, Armin McCray in motion. He gets the handoff. Big hole.
Nice
McCray
run.
breaks it to the right. Still on his feet. McCray finally dragged to the turf at the 5. Gets a gain of about 10 on the play. It is a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers from the 6. McCray, number 2, is coming through, unfortunately for the Titans.
That's true.
Ball in the near
And he
hash
doesn't
mark.
run anybody over. He just avoids you.
Yep.
So Knight with the play.
Has 2
Boy,
receivers
if
split.
I'm Knight, I'm going to take the ball. I'm going to run to the left.
Fakes the handoff.
Instead, he runs right. He still may get in.
Trevor Knight, touchdown. No flags down. It is a 27-0 Nashua South lead. They are
All that real estate right there for Trevor Knight to the left. Instead, he takes it right, and he got a couple good blocks.
Knight, a nifty job of running there. Barely touched as he went into the end zone. That's 3rd quarter. 5:25 remaining here at Stellus. Chris Dennis trying to make it a 28-0 Nashua lead. And he does. Kicks about a 40-yard field goal on the extra point. So 28-0, South's on top. North is trying to get on the scoreboard as they get set to receive the kickoff here with 5.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Coaching staff for Nashua South, Scott Knight, the head coach. Assistants Al Neville, Kip Jackson, Nick Audley, Ray DeRusha, Matt Froment, and Brandon Lilly. The principal of Nashua High South is Jennifer Seesing. Nashua North's head coach Jason Roby and his assistants Chad Zabolis, Dante Lorendi, Don Fournier, Ron Welliver, Paul LeBlanc, Stephen Largy, Ramon Miranda, Dave McGuire. The principal of Nashua High North is David Ryan. South will be kicking off from their own 40-yard line. Chris Dennis, the touchback specialist with the big leg. We'll see if he can kick it over everybody again into the end zone. It's going to be fielded at the 6. And it's going to be a reverse here. Levine picks it up, and he's trying to get out to the outside. A good contained job by South is going to stop them short of what a touchback would be. Ball going to be spotted at the 19, 1st and 10 for the Titans. So the field position doesn't really get any better for North as they try to get out of a hole on the field and on the scoreboard. Things looking up in the Nashua North program, as Tom was mentioning, with their freshman and JV records. Very good fall seasons for the young players coming up in the system for Nashua North. Brandon Martin, number 9, manning the quarterback position for North from the shotgun. Hands it to Levine, finds a hole right side of the line for a short gain.
Tough way for North to try to muster up some offense. That's going to be the problem right now, is just their offense.
And the best bet, I think you mentioned it, Tom, is short dart passing.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go with what they can do, but can Martin pull that off?
Well, let's see what he comes up with, 2nd and 8.
And there it is.
It is complete. Run after catch for a first down, turning the corner and tightrope out of bounds. Terrific play, Dimitri Jackson after the catch.
And there you go, John. Get a short pass. You can't get much shorter than that. There's 1 yard in front of him, a yard and a half behind the line of scrimmage, and he turns a 2nd and 8 from the 20 where it looked like they weren't going to go anywhere, and he's got a 21-yard gain out of it. So that's a confidence builder right there for Martin.
1st and 10, Titans at their own 41-yard line, trying to get on the scoreboard, trailing 28-0 with 4.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter of the 2011 Turkey Bowl at Stellus. Right back to Dimitri Jackson, trying to turn the right corner this time. And the play too slow developing. I think I saw a flag fly near the end there.
Nice job, maybe a face mask. Nice job by South's defense to stay with the stretch.
That might have been the break that the Titans needed to move the ball down the field at the very end of the play. I think you have to be right, Tom. It's at that point when you have 3 defenders surrounding 1 ball carrier.
I don't think Dimitri.
I don't think he committed the face.
I don't think Jackson did anything wrong. No.
Wait a minute. Oh. It's exactly what happened. He must have stiff-armed somebody in the face.
He must have stiff-armed somebody in the face. Well.
Oh, wow.
Nothing is going right for Nashua North. After it started with such promise for them. And they weren't, they stopped the drive down here with the interception early on. Penalty declined, because you know why? It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah. It was a loss on the play, so rather than give the down back to North.
I think that's a gift from Scott Knight to his old buddy Jason Roby.
Brandon Martin in the shotgun. The sophomore with a 3-step drop throws to the left. It is complete. Tackled after the catch.
That's not an easy pass to complete because there's a lot of traffic there. A nice pass
to VJ Bala.
Right, to Bala. Doesn't gain a lot of yards, but still it was a nice play.
3rd and 7. The Titans call a timeout. So both teams burning some timeouts here early.
We'd like to thank you for watching today's Turkey Bowl telecast at Nashua's ETV. Nashua's Education Television channel offers non-commercial educational programming as a public service to the community. Nashua ETV works with the public and private schools to inform, highlight, and educate citizens about local school programs, events, and goals. It also serves to provide educational opportunities for students through volunteer efforts, internships, and work experience. Broadcasts include gavel-to-gavel coverage of Board of Education meetings, scholastic sporting events, student presentations, and other special programs as authorized. Nashua ETV is funded from a portion of Comcast franchise fees collected by the City of Nashua. On behalf of Mayor Donnelly Loza, we'd like to thank you for watching Nashua ETV and wish you a very happy Thanksgiving Day. Jason Roby now, with a few instructions to tell his team. Roby's been through this before. They've had a few lopsided losses to South on Thanksgiving Day, including last year's 42-14 game.
North with a 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8 here for Brandon Martin. Can they convert? He's going to hold on to it. Now flip it.
Yeah, Levine on the
Dimitri
shotgun
Jackson
snap.
trying to find a hole up the middle, and it's just not there.
Well, they used Levine on the shotgun snap again, and that with the reverse, not a bad idea. But South was ready for it because I think when Jackson gets on the field, they make sure they know where he is because he is one of the North players now with Taylor Miranda out that's got some speed.
So Dimitri picks up a few yards, but it is a punting situation for North. Samson Horn is standing at his 31. They needed an 11th player, and sprinting onto the field late to the play, Corey Kutu in position.
It's always a big thing in special teams is getting enough players on the field, and the shanked punt going out of bounds. And boy, I'll tell you, has South started on this drive early in the half, deep in their own territory, but they been deep in their territory much this game because of turnovers and plays like that.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the South 45-yard line.
I think what happened is getting the extra man on the field kind of threw off Denzel Moss's timing on that punt. South now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 3:03 to play here, 3rd quarter. 28-0 to score in favor of Nashua South over Nashua North.
Good look there at Trevor Knight, who is bring his team out of a huddle this time. And he's got McCray in motion.
I like that. I like that. Let's huddle up. Let the clock tick. I think they should probably go with a huddle now and let the clock tick down.
9-yard gain by Paradis.
Let's see. Are they still? Yeah, they are still flashing the plays on the sideline. I hadn't looked for that today.
2:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. South working with a 28-0 lead and the football. Trevor Knight with Derek Paradis in the backfield with him. Picks the shotgun snap off the turf. Pitches it to Paradis. Good job of getting into the backfield and making the shoestring tackle by Christian Filino.
Yeah, I thought Filino did a great job on that play to bring down Paradis as he's rushing through. Because he gets by Filino, he's got some yardage ahead. He's got some real estate ahead of him. 3rd and 1. Very short one.
Knight with a deception snap. Paradis spins ahead and just gets the first down.
Now you heard the North defensive coaches saying, watch the ball, but unfortunately they weren't able to pick up Paradis in time, and he gets across the 45 to the 44 for that first down.
You know, Trevor Knight had me looking to the sideline. What's he looking at? And it was a deception play where you try to get North flat-footed, and Paradis was able to pick up a couple for the first down. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. This is a handoff to McCray with the blocker, but with Noah Goslin draped all over him. Not much of a gain for McCray. Actually, 2 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards.
He still has over 100 yards on the day, 113 by my count on 10 carries. Thanks to that 81-yard run. McCray. Yeah, 81 yards, the highlight run of the day so far. Armand McCray going almost the entire length of the field on only his second touch of the football in the game. A little bit of miscommunication in the backfield as Paradis and Trevor Knight bump shoulders, and Knight holds on to it.
No gain on the play. It'll be third and 7. Chance for a stop here for the Titans if they can come up with a big defensive play and maybe get the ball back. Sprinting to his left, pitching it to Paradis. Cuts it to the left side. He's got a first down. He's to the 30, the 25, and just shy of the 20, knocked out of bounds. Derek Paradis on the option.
I told you, Scott and I wanted Paradis to have a good day today and get a lot of carries. He's had that. He's had 17 carries already. And he's got, I think, 95 some odd yards. He's down to the 25-yard line.
And playing terrific on defense as well. Derek Paradis going both ways. Knight, nice juke, untouched toward the touchdown and
1 yard line.
1 yard line, just shy. Got the knee down apparently. Brilliant run by Trevor Knight. Hobbling a little bit. He came down very hard on that left knee, as you can see. Shaken up, and he doesn't want to come out because he's only got a yard to make for a touchdown here, and he's going right up to the line. No, he's going to do the shotgun. The handoff, Paradis, touchdown. Thanksgiving Day touchdown. Derek Paradis playing a huge game offensively and defensively. Tallies another 6 for the Panthers, and this is rapidly approaching the score of the regular season game.
Well, it's also rapidly approaching running time if Paradise makes his point after.
Which would be for the entire fourth quarter.
Yes, it would be for the entire. Yeah, they'll stop it to kick off, and then the clock will start to tick. Stopping only for penalties and coaches calling timeouts.
35-0. South on top of North here in Turkey Bowl 2011. So Chris Dennis will tee it up once again and kick off to North, as he has done about 10 times in this game. With 5 touchdowns and Jim McLean with that handheld camera down on the field here at Stello Stadium. Brilliant work by the Nashua ETV camera crew. Includes Jim and Tim O'Neill and Mike Janes. Also Lauren Barrage assisting our camera crew today, and our executive producer Pete Johnson bringing you the broadcast live on Thanksgiving morning and being rebroadcast during the week following here on Nashua ETV. Glad you could watch with us. Low liner, and it turns into a ground ball that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Titans at their own 20. Trying to get on the scoreboard. The final seconds are about to tick off, unimpeded here to take us directly to the fourth quarter. 3, 2, 1. 35-0. Nashua High South on top of Nashua High North as we go to the fourth quarter. That was Tim O'Neill up top, you just saw, with the American flag billowing in the background. A nice shot again here on Nashua ETV. The stadium, Stello's, on the banks of the Nashua River. The river is what separates the Nashua north and south. North just on that side. There was some talk for a while about a footbridge.
That and about a ton of football points.
Forgot about that. That river of points there.
That river of points has now gone to 124 to 14.
Ooh.
Since that playoff game.
It's a gulf. It's an ocean.
Again, this will be a very quick fourth quarter with the running time.
Let's see if it takes effect here. We have a running play and well, clocks run after running play anyway, so when will we notice it's running time? I forget. It's
an incomplete pass mainly, and the clock still keeps running. Most of the reserves are out in the game. for Nashua North. Got a new quarterback.
Number 8 is...
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't that new.
Yeah.
Sprinting to the left and trying to turn the corner. He's tackled out there by, look like number 55, which would be also on the roster. Is 65 or 55? 52. Excuse me. Tyler Boudreau.
Quarterback is Colby Gunther. Freshman quarterback for Nashua North.
Taylor Miranda was injured early in the game, a head-to-head, helmet-to-helmet collision with a South defender, and apparently concussed, had to leave his senior Thanksgiving Day Turkey Bowl. An unfortunate accident for Taylor Miranda. Dimitri Jackson, a freshman, getting a lot of touches here for the Titans. Face of the future of the Titans program. A lot of speed and athleticism. North's going to have to punt here. Oh, he's going to fake it.
Ouch.
Running to his left. Samson Horn is trying to sprint for a first down. He's knocked short of the first down. And South's going to take over deep in North territory. 1st and 10. Horn had a long way to go to convert that into a first down and just was not able to get there.
Not quite. Nice idea, but not quite. Not getting there. Had a long way to go just to gain what basically was a yard.
Yeah, as a punter, of course, you stand well behind the line of scrimmage. And before he could make up that yardage, South recognized the fake punt and did a good job of pursuing and tackling Horn short of the first down. So let's see how they handle this here. Second string offense on the field, perhaps?
Yep.
Whistle before the snap.
And you can tell because there's all sorts of confusion in the South backfield. Guys who aren't used to being out there. Patrick Goff, the quarterback, is out there right now. There's a timeout.
It was just a timeout. I think you threw him under the bus because of the second string. And,
I think there was confusion on both sides of the field. North had to call timeout.
I ever tell you that story about how my
Unfortunately,
driving instructor...
Timeouts do stop the clock in running time. What was that? Your driving
my
instructor?
driving instructor when I was
afraid
young
of this one.
caused the accident. You know how they have the brake pedal on the right side of the car? They have their own set of brake pedal.
Yeah.
Well, he stopped short at an intersection. We got rear-ended, and my driving instructor and the guy who rear-ended us commiserated about student drivers, about how I caused the accident.
Right.
But
and it wasn't your fault.
It was not my fault. 40 years later, I'm still talking about it.
Exactly. That scares me a little, John.
My driving instructor looked exactly like Larry King, and he loved Neil Diamond.
You get married 8 times?
Yeah, I actually think so.
Poor guy.
Handoff up the middle. Good job of gang tackling by the Titans defense. Tom, you're seeing some hints of the future here. The Titans. You mentioned the point total, the discrepancy in the last 3 games. It's 124-14.
Yep.
And that may be about to change in the next few years. We'll see what happens.
I was going to say, if you were going to say it was about to change in the next few
8 minutes? No.
I would have been worried about it.
8.5 minutes to go in Turkey Bowl 2011. South comfortably in the lead to win that Adletius Trophy. 35-0. It's running time right now, and it's running time for the ball carrier for South. Joshua Perry with a big chunk of yardage. He gets to the 18. It's going to be 3rd and maybe 4 for a first down. South's quarterback, Patrick Goff, looking to the sideline where they hold up large placards with numerals and letters, and he has the play call.
Well, you're looking at Goff, but I don't think Goff will be the quarterback next year unless something happens to Trevor Knight.
Sprinting to the outside, up the sideline and into the end zone. Connor Mon, a senior, gets a touchdown on Thanksgiving for the Nashua South Panthers and makes it 41-0. And they are threatening to eclipse the 47-0 score that we saw earlier in the season.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has health, Tom. Taylor Miranda went down. Scott Knight talked about that 3-week period where they had a lot of health problems on the team. Was it a fever or flu went through the team?
Yep.
And they're all back healthy, and it's showing right now. The South team, both the first and second strings, working on all cylinders and putting it to the Titans again here at Stello Stadium. 42-0 is the score.
This is tough.
Yeah.
This is tough, and North isn't helping themselves by faking punts and doing things like that. They could keep the score down a little, just play traditional football.
End of the first half was a killer when they did not take a knee.
Yeah.
And actually fumbled, right?
Yeah.
And that
did
turned
not
into
take a
7
knee, fumbled.
points.
They weren't trying to do anything fancy, but at the same time, it's much safer if you take the knee.
Deep in your own end with half a minute to go.
Yep.
In 24 seconds that South had remaining at the end of the first half, they turned a 14-0 game into 21-0 at the half, and the game has not been close since that fumble. 7.5 minutes to go in the Turkey Bowl, and it'll be North's ball again here as they come back out onto the field. Chris Dennis has been able to spend a beautiful fall Thursday booting the ball all over the place.
I know it. 7:30 to play in the football game, running time, so it'll probably take about approximately 10 minutes. Given a penalty may stop the clock here and there.
Nice job of scooping that ball up at the 20, but an equally nice job of submarine tackling there by South's number 24, Josh Castro. He down Noah Goslin, number 30. Scooped that one up. Clock rolling now, under 7 minutes to go in the Turkey Bowl at Stello Stadium. South defending a 42-0 lead. The Titans trying to do something they haven't done this season, which is score points on their intra-city rival. They were blanked in the first game. Intended for Damon Mayo, the sophomore. Off his hands, incomplete.
And there you see the difference in running time. The clock will still tick after that point, after that incompletion. And the no huddle offense by North. They do not huddle up. Waiting for the play to be called in. And of course, this is the delay here because of the freshman quarterback, not well versed in the varsity offense. Telling his running back where to be, using a lot of time in the play clock.
The left-handed quarterback, number 8.
Incomplete pass.
The freshman's quarterback, what's the?
Colby Gunther.
Colby Gunther. Trying that short pass, incomplete. Time is running despite the incomplete pass with running time.
High noon here at Stello Stadium.
Gunther, two-step drop, pulls it back down, now throws, complete, short, behind the line of scrimmage and falling forward to about the 30, so back to the point they started at, and North will have to punt.
Yeah, no gain on that pass, so they'll kick it away. That was number 30, Noah Goslin with the reception. Down to 4:55 left in this football game. 42-0 in favor of Nashua South.
Brandon Martin's punt is going to float to the turf at midfield and roll a few yards.
Jason Roby told me, even though he's had a tough season this season, and I think the first year they had was a little tough too, back in 2004. He said those were 2 of his most enjoyable years, the bookend years.
Wow.
Because the expectations weren't there, and he could coach and basically concentrate on what he needed to do to make a young team a little bit better.
1st and 10 South. Ball must have been touched before it rolled a few 5 or 6 yards more, so they're going to spot it at the 48 of North.
Well, John, we've had a good fall season, and I look forward to the winter. It's been a pleasure doing high school football with you this year.
Yeah, this is always the transition period right here.
This is that week, and then we saw a great couple of playoff games with Bishop Girton. Some good regular season football, and
wow, bowling his way up the middle. Number 20, Andrew DeCarteret.
And a tough run by him. Boy, I tell you, he kept his head down the whole time.
Well, he's a starter on defense as a linebacker, and he's in on a lot of tackles, and he just knew exactly what to do with the ball when he got the handoff there. You know what? That reminds me of Paradis. He's another Paradis coming up through the system for South.
He's a little smaller in height. Say he might, get up, get a couple inches here or there, but at the same point in time, I love his running style.
Good job of cutting through traffic for some extra yards. Number 45 for South is Joshua Perry, also a freshman. It's 2nd and 1 for South. Running time has us under 3 minutes to go in the Turkey Bowl.
Second year in a row you've hit running time, I think, in the Turkey Bowl, isn't it?
I think so. Not many plays remaining in this one with running time. Pinballing his way outside, and the ball may be loose. It looked like the body language. It's still South ball. It's enough for a first down for South. Moves the chains. 2:30 left in the half.
Those are the toughest. Those are the toughest 2 yards I've ever seen a runner use.
So if South keeps this up, they're going to surpass their point total for the regular season game.
Well, the clock's ticking. They're going to have to gain a lot of yards in a short amount of time.
Slipping one tackle, but then stopped after a short gain was number 42, Joe Gouveia. Under 2 minutes now left in the game. South getting the play call from the sideline. In motion with the handoff is Malki Langa, and Langa is stopped for a very short or no gain. 3rd down and 8. 1:20 left.
Looking for the play call to the sideline. Evidently they put the cards away for the afternoon, I believe. 1:11 to play. Taking some time off the clock. If I'm South right now, I just want to take a knee. Because where have I said that before?
Sprinting right, nothing there. Comes back the other way, and Gouveia is going to be dropped in the backfield.
And I believe now, with 53 seconds left, they'll do it. John, it's been a pleasure.
Nice job,
Happy
Tom.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. And we will see you probably at a basketball court or an ice hockey rink near you in the coming weeks.
Yes, sir. Well, hopefully we'll do the holiday tournament again in the holiday week between Christmas and New Year's, among other games. That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. I want to thank our terrific camera crew, Mike Janes, Tim O'Neill, Jim McLean, Lauren Barrage, and our executive producer, Pete Johnson. Slipping and falling to the turf, our final ball carrier of the game, as with 10 seconds left in running time, that will do it for the Turkey Bowl. The final score, Nashua High South 42 and Nashua High North 0. We'll go into the history books. South and North will do the traditional handshake line after the game. Thank you for watching Nashua ETV. We will be seeing the Presentation of the Ed Leish's trophy down on the field to the winning team shortly.
Hey folks, once again want to wish you a happiest of Thanksgiving and hope the remainder of your day is filled with meaningful and happy celebrations. Because here in this country we have a lot to be thankful for. Folks, drive home safely. It's been a pleasure announcing for you this season. This is your announcer, Bob Banks, on behalf of everybody here. Again, happy Thanksgiving, drive home safely, and good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, the family of former Nashua broadcaster Ed Leish's is once again presenting today's winning team with the Edward F. Leish's Memorial City Champions Trophy, sponsored by the Nashua Bank. Mr. Leish's spent 30 years calling the Nashua High games on the former WOTW and later WSMN. Making the presentation will be his son, Ed Jr. And here come
so I can touch it.
What do we do now?
And it seems like we said this morning, right? Was it just seemed like we were just in Rutland, right? And here we are, man. Seniors, some of you guys, this is it, you know. And we're gonna miss you guys. And you all had a great year, and you have something to be proud of. And a couple of goose eggs, right? That's the way to do it. Hey guys, listen. Let's be smart. Enjoy this. Listen. Don't disappear. All right, this is a day where we all kind of disperse, but young guys, Monday, we get right back to work, okay? Guys going off to other sports, don't disappear. All right, we got a lot of work to do. We know what we got to do to get ready for next year. Seniors, anything we can do to help you, we talked about. You guys want to play at the next level. Our work is just starting, okay? So stay close and let's finish this thing, okay? We good? Yeah!
1, 2, 3. Hold on, we're bowling. Where's the
Calling all seniors! Calling all seniors!
Welcome down on the field. Post-Thanksgiving Day game. 42-0 South defeats North. And Trevor Knight, our guest down on the field, the quarterback for South. And first of all, congratulations. You have to feel for your opposing quarterback, Taylor Miranda, who went down early. You didn't expect that, right?
Nah, we kind of got lucky. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He probably would have put some points on the board.
Yeah. So you're a sophomore, and here you are on Thanksgiving Day, and it must be a thrill not only winning this game, but knowing that you have more games to play.
I'm really excited for next season, the season after that. Yeah. I think we can rebuild the team after this season.
Now, of course, North came in determined to make a game of it. It looked like it might be early. They had that pick in the end zone, but you bounced back from that nicely.
Yeah, we had communications in the first drive and stuff, and they were actually doing a really good job on defense.
So you feel like next year you got to the semifinals this year, and maybe go further next year?
I hope so. I hope we can get the ring, of course.
And no bumps or bruises after the end of a long season?
No, I got lucky.
It's great to be young and healthy and playing starting quarterback for Nashua South. Terrific job, Trevor. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to talk to Derek Paradis over here right now. Derek, hey, congratulations on a great career. Thank you. You're a two-way player, and you came out, looked like you were determined to have a great game, and you did that.
Yeah, we came out to play hard today, but I just want to say it was a great 4 years. I love this team. I love them. That's all I have to say.
So what do you like better, offense or defense?
Definitely defense. Yes. I like to hit people, so.
You know, it looks like you have a protege out there. One of your teammates, he's Carteret, is it? He goes both ways.
A little freshy. I love him. He's
his mentor, by the way.
So
he's got a few years left to play.
His number. Change his number to 40. That's it.
You gonna give it to him?
Yeah. Oh, you can have it.
Yeah. So what are your plans after high school?
I'm looking at some colleges. I don't know if I want to play yet, but it's high chances I'll play. I really like Stonehill and Assumption, so I'm looking at them a lot.
I went to Colby. Any chance you'd go there and play?
I don't know. I got letters from them, but I don't know if I'll play there.
I'd like to put in a bid for you to go up there because they could use you. You're just a terrific guy to watch. And so where's the Thanksgiving Day meal today?
My grandparents' house. I'm going to eat it all day.
To grandmother's house we go. Congratulations. It was a terrific game, and you'll have it on film to watch forever, Derek.
Thank you.
That's Derek Paradis, the great two-way player for Nashua South. They've had a terrific season. They went to the semifinals. They lost to Exeter. Exeter went on to upset Pinkerton in the final. So, no real shame losing to the eventual champion. We wanted to get Scott Knight, the coach of the Panthers. If you can walk this way with me, Jim. Maybe we can corner him. Scott, we're live on Nashua TV. You got a second? Let me stand over here.
Sure.
Scott Knight, we eavesdropped on your concluding remarks to your team. You told the younger players don't disappear, and you told the seniors they had a great season. They did their best.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had a pretty talented group coming in, and we love these young kids coming up. And but we got a lot of work to do, and starts Monday.
Starts Monday, really?
No rest for the weary. Oh yeah, absolutely. And and I know what the Exeter kids did last year, and it paid off for them. They outworked everybody last year, and we want to be right there next year. But I love this was a great finish for our kids. Real happy with that, and. We were on the other end of this a few weeks ago with the Exeter game, and that's not always good. But it's nice to be on this side of it, And it was good to get a lot of kids in the game, and we had a lot of freshmen in today, and all our young kids. We emptied the bench, and it was good.
Hey, knowing you, I would imagine that you would have rather see Taylor Miranda play the entire game. That was a tough break.
Man, I don't. Did he get a concussion?
Well, I'm guessing that. It was a head-to-head hit.
And it was a shot, I know, and as you don't ever want to see that happen to anybody. And he's a good kid, and it would have been nice for him to get to play the whole game,
And then Trevor Knight, you're a sophomore quarterback, a lot of talent and a lot of years left.
Yeah, he's had a good year. We're happy with his development, and he's going to continue to develop and hopefully continue next year.
Scott Knight, coach of the Nashua High Panthers, who are successful here today, 42-0. They defeat North in the Turkey Bowl 2011. Thank you for watching Nashua TV. I'm John Collins, signing off from down on the field for all our camera crew. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.